paint an entire Eldar army in 3 days. We're teaming up with the Army Painter to use their brand new speed paint to showcase 3,000 points of Craft World Eldar. This is going to be one of the hardest paint challenges I've ever attempted. There's going to be blood, sweat, and tears, but at the end of it, hopefully there's going to be an Eldar army. Join us live on our YouTube channel from Friday to Sunday as I complete this monumental task.
What's up? Welcome everyone to another hangout and hobby. I'm John Lennon here in the middle at the halfway point of my goal, my quest to paint a full Eldar army, and a big one at that, in 3 days. Thank you so much everyone who is joining me here. I'm just happy to be here. We're at the theoretical halfway point, although I think I'm actually a little less than halfway, because there's plenty of airbrushing going on at night as well. But we are doing well, we're making good progress, and I am just happy to be here working on elves. Thank you everyone who's joining me. In case you missed it, we at the Art of War are making it a mission to get an entire army painted in 1 weekend, and in order to get this task accomplished, we teamed up with our good friends at the Army Painter. They helped us out, donated some of their wonderful new speed paints to us, and we are trying to make the best use of them. So really happy to be doing this, happy to be a part of it, and happy that the Army Painter chose to help us out. So yeah, thank you so much everyone who's joining us. We're underway. I will have Mr. Frosty Forge helping me out in a little bit as well. So I'll have some company here, which is always appreciated. I enjoy having good company with me while I paint. So right now I'm just working on the camo cloaks of some Rangers. We're definitely going to need to dull them down, but right now we're going pretty bright. And then they're just going to get progressively darker as I continue to paint them. So yeah, working our way through some Rangers. How is everyone doing today? Yeah, hopefully everyone here is joining and painting. What's up, Major League Nerd? Thank you so much. Major League Nerd, how are you doing today? I hope you are fantastic. And you know what? Let me know what you're doing. Are you perhaps hobbying yourself? Maybe working on a weekend, needed the distraction? Maybe tuning in here, watching some games? As a matter of fact, some of the Art of War coaches are right now at the Cherokee Open playing on stream. There's plenty of Art of War to go around right now. Let me know what's going on, chat. So yeah, we've been talking Eldar all day. This is 100%, no doubts about it, an Eldar stream. For those who maybe don't know, we actually have the Eldar Codex in hand. We were fortunate enough to get a preview copy for the first time from Games Workshop, and therefore Nick Nanavati was able to talk about it and talk about the wonderful new Craft World Codex that GW has made. What's up, Thane Drake Wargaming? Hello and salutations to you as well, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me. Really happy with everyone who's keeping me company. I appreciate it. Just splotching up a Ranger coat right now because we're going to be putting some speed paint over this in a little bit. And you know, speed paint on a camel cloak looks pretty good pretty quick. Doing some squinting in the new Eldar book through YouTube videos. Yeah, it is. That is always the danger of the YouTube videos. Unfortunately, we don't have I haven't seen like a really good quality scan floating around yet. But honestly, I haven't been looking because I'm lucky enough to have the book in hands. But if you're able to decipher it, there's a lot of interesting things in there. I think that the new Eldar book is going to be pretty well received, and I think it's going to age well. It looks like a very deep, interesting codex. I like to think that Eldar players are going to be quite happy with it. But time will tell how exactly they feel. Whoa, Matthew Nurgle in the chat, wishing me well. Thank you so much, Nurgle Matthew. It is good to have you here. Really happy that you're able to join me today. We are just hanging out. We're hobbying. I'll be joined relatively soon by the one and only Frosty Forge, who is of course going to tell me how to paint better. He's very good at that. He's a good friend like that. Yo, there he is, the man of the hour, stepping into the stream room. We've also got some puppies in the house, which always good.
I was on puppy duty.
Puppy duty, that's important.
It's a good duty. I don't mind it.
Going happy?
He is very happy.
Is he peeing not in the house?
Yes.
Oh, that's so much better.
That's the best part.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for that. You already know it. Watching Mark Perry Orcs live on the Wargames Live channel. Art of War, great guys. Thank you so much, Matthew Nurgle. That is a really interesting game. I'm actually a little bit sad I can't watch it right now. Right? I'm a little bit torn.
We need a third monitor that we.
I mean, honestly, like we're not changing this scene. We could we can't. I'm not gonna have the volume on, but like
that's fair.
We could put the Wargame live stream on.
There we go.
So won't be for the chat. Sorry, everyone. But, you can go watch it yourself if you want.
Keep you updated.
Major League Nerd is like, oh, yeah, I'm really liking what I've read through so far. Hoping there's some type of points reduction in the future. Decent amount of things went up in points. Yeah, this feels kind of in line with Gene Stealer Cult, where everything stayed the same or went up and nothing got cheaper. But I think for Craft World Elder that's okay because there were a lot of improvements across the board. We'll kind of wait and see. I don't know if points reductions will be necessary. Definitely not as early as Custodes got them.
No.
So we'll just kind of wait and see on that. I think Eldar are actually going to be plenty competitive without any kind of points reduction. But the future will tell if I am just being optimistic, a pessimist, or we'll see what I'm being. Maybe Eldar will be broken and they'll need to go up. I don't think that's the case, but I've only read it once. I
think we'll be okay.
I think Eldar are going to be pretty competitive. I don't think that they're going to need any buffs anytime soon.
No. And honestly, what we don't want is...
Another Tau?
I was going to say Drukhari.
Oh, yeah, you really don't want
that. We
that.
don't want that, because what was it? Harlequin troops, 13 points plus weapon. That's slightly more expensive than a witch, but way, way better. If they got a points drop, that just... You know what? At that point, I'm willing to paint up 130 some odd troops and put myself through the hell that will be that many diamonds.
So it looks like... I can't tell. It looks like it's the Tau turn. I'm going to guess that it's turn 1 for the Tau Empire, and it looks like the Orcs went first. And based on what I'm seeing, it appears that the Orcs were not being conservative.
No.
Not that Mark is really known as like a slow down the game kind of guy. But
Mark has like one thing in his deployment zone.
What mission is this?
It was just up. It was there you go, table quarters.
Yeah,
I don't remember what mission that is now.
I
didn't memorize them in the first batch. I'm definitely not.
I'm wondering now. I'm looking at like Quentin and his deployment. I don't really know. Like if this is a table quarter, which deployment zone was Quentin's? This one?
I think they did that way.
Oh, that's weird. They did backward. I mean, it's like not a big...
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's 6 of one, half dozen of another, but
yeah,
they might have done that just for stream purposes.
How many Orcs can the Tau kill turn 1? Is what Sony Tech is asking. We will see.
Apparently, the answer is going to be not enough.
Well, I don't know about that. I've seen Tau shooting kill enough before.
This is true.
So until I see the end of the shooting phase, I'm not going to trust anything. Mark has gone very aggressive here. We're going to see if he can swamp poor Mr. Quentin.
This is tough when you got two people that you both like.
Yeah, that is the thing.
Other.
Mark's an Art of War coach, Quentin's an Art of War member, and a good friend. Mark, obviously, quite a good friend as well. There is, I've got to go with the home team. I've got to go for Mark. But I will say, I'm not going to be mad either way. I'm just hoping it's a nice, good game. And maybe both of the boys will be able to make the top 8, because it looks like a couple of one-loss people have the potential to make top 8.
I saw the numbers. If it's correct, there's only going to be 3 undefeated in the top 8. Based on the numbers. So, could potentially a couple people slip in.
Could happen.
My buddy Gabe is there right now with his Custodes, and he's been running the math to see if he can still make top 8 with one loss.
With one loss, you definitely can make it.
And with Custodes, even that loss wasn't that bad, and he's had pretty high-scoring games.
Yeah, a high-scoring 5-1,
so
100% could crack the top 8. Not a doubt in my mind. There's probably several. It's probably going to be a mid-scoring 5-1 in the top 8.
Yep.
You each have to root for one person to make it fair, says Major League Nerd. No. John Chafe says top 10 Relic Pistols when? It's April 1st.
Yeah,
absolutely. April 1st, top 10 Relic Pistols then. All right. Well... Mark's your employee?
Yeah. I see him on a daily basis.
Yep. So I think I know who you're rooting for.
Yep. He's also due for a big win.
He is. See, that's the thing. Is I can't root against Mark. I love Mark.
Yeah.
I want Mark to get the major win with Orcs.
Yep.
Because he's done really well with Orcs, but he hasn't gotten the big event victory yet. Yeah. And I feel like for how well he's done, I think he's due.
He deserves it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Quentin's running Tau, and I can't.
But okay, let's look at it this way. If Mark wins, people will be like, see, Orcs can win. Tau and Custodes aren't that broken.
Yep.
And what I want is for Tau to get nerfed immediately. So I kind of want Tau... I want an all Tau top 4.
There you go.
I want 1 through 4 to be Tau. And just GW to look at this and be like, all right, it's time. Bang.
How about top 4 Custodes Tau, and both of them get hit at the same time?
I would like that as well, but if one's getting... The darkest timeline is that Custodes get nerfed and Tau don't.
That's true.
And like if that happens, it's like, oh my god.
I give up. I'm switching to
at least I play Custodes.
Yeah.
But I would like them to hit both at the same time. But I think Custodes have done well enough across the board that I think that their days are numbered no matter what. I think they know it too. I'm just getting some nice sloppy red splotches on here. Brown. Just a chemical look.
I'm painting red.
You're painting red, I'm painting brown. I'm just kind of making up colors here.
Turquoise.
Turquoise.
There's a good color.
So if Major League Nerd is going to make us root for one person each, then I'm going to let you... I get your first choice because Mark's your boy.
I'll go with Mark. I gotta go with my boy.
I'll go for Quentin. Quentin's a good friend of mine. I have no problem rooting for Quentin. But in my heart, Major League Nerd, just know that you're hurting me. I wanted to root for Mark.
We're suffering because of this.
Exactly. This is painful. All right, that is brown splotches on all the Ranger cloaks. Now I just got to do it on the jet bike nerds. I'm running a little low here. Where's my... Is all that yours? It's called Dark Stone.
No, this is my stuff here.
Okay.
That's it. Dark Stone.
It's a white bottle cap.
Uniform
And it's a dark
stone.
Yeah, thanks. It's like a dark brown.
I love that stuff.
What are you guys looking at to play in the new Eldar book? I am personally in favor of the Harlequins. I've played Harlequins a couple times with some pretty good success. I think that the Harlequins have what it takes. I think the new book was very kind to them. So I think that if I'm looking at playing this new book, which frankly, I'm mostly looking at when does this Tyranny Codex come out? But
in the between time,
I think Harlequins would be what I would play from this book. I don't know if that looks like pure Harlequins yet. I haven't actually written a list at all. I really haven't. Which everyone keeps asking me like all week, people are like, because once we announced that we were getting premium copies when we got like the Elder Chalmers, people are like, oh, what do you think of the new book? And I'm like, I think it's good. And they're like, oh, okay, like I know you don't want to tell me anything, but like, what's your list? And I'm like, I honestly haven't done that. Like I really haven't written a list yet. So I don't know how the points are gonna work out. I've looked at the points, and there's no obvious clearly you take 3x3 of this.
Yes.
Although I think Void Weavers for Eldar. For Harlequins, I think are really good.
I think so. Maybe not 9 of them, but
maybe not 9, but I could even see 6.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't think I need 9.
No,
but they are not bad guns.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I would lean more. I definitely want a patrol of the Harlequins, but I'm not
That's
sure.
The thing is, I'm thinking a patrol with just 2 heavy support choices in it.
Yeah,
just 2 Void Weaver squads, a couple troops, and a Shadow Seer.
Yeah. Yep.
All good.
Make it easy.
Yep.
And then the Eldar side is
indirect everything.
Indirect all day.
Chains are
2 night spinners, 9 or 3 night spinners, 9 support platforms.
No. I as good as I do not think that's bad at all, but I can't do it.
That's going to be like Manny's.
Guaranteed it's going to happen at least once.
Yeah. Manny's going to do it. If anybody does it, it'll be him.
Yeah. Were there any new / interesting design space explored in the Eldar book? That's a good question. Let me think about that.
I think the Aspect Warriors, because they haven't really. They've been okay, but they never really felt like they had a spot.
Yeah.
In 8th, I didn't play them in 7th, so I can't speak to that. But in 8th, anyways, they were just kind of like, okay, cool. But now they actually have. They feel like each one has a role.
It does. I'm trying to think if there's any new mechanics that have been introduced in the book. How some books are we're introducing you can't reroll anything. But Eldar has a lot of good rules, but I think they're all things that we've seen before. They have ways to turn off OBSEC in Harlequins, ways to make units OBSEC. They have good auras. They have the normal core stuff. Battle focus is really the new design space, which is army-wide fire and fade, but only D6 inches and -3 through terrain. That's just going to make it a little more limited. I think Fate Dice. Fate Dice is similar to Miracle Dice, but it's still a new design. I'm still going to give it credit as a new design space. Yeah. Fate Dice is unique. Battle focus is unique. Harlequin Luck Dice, super interesting. Actually, I kind of want to play pure Harlequins just because of that.
Just for that.
But I also have to acknowledge that I'm Fate Dice are probably just as good, and then Eldar unlocks their own thing.
Exactly.
They bring a lot with them. Okay.
That is the tough part.
It is.
I also just don't want to have to paint that many Harlequins.
Yeah, I wonder. It looks like Quinn is starting to shoot. So this is really going to be a question mark right here. I'm wondering if he tries to kill Gaz, if he's just going to back up. I don't know.
Where is Gaz?
Gaz is like, this is the thing, where I was looking at the deployments, Gaz is front and center.
Oh.
So I'm pretty sure Mark deployed him on the line in table quarters, which
Ran.
in table quarters you get really close.
Yeah.
Went first and sprinted his entire army forward. Because like, Gaz looks like he's in... I don't think he did. Because I didn't see any charges. Quinn looks like he deployed kind of far back.
Gotcha.
But I did not see anything from like Mark doesn't look like he's holding back. He's just straight forward.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what you have to do.
Into Tau, yeah, you really can't afford to hit the brakes into Tau. No brakes for Mark. Mark does not have brakes.
Both battle wagons are a lot. Looks like they might have taken some wounds already.
We'll see if this. You know what? Maybe this is Mark's event. I would honestly be happy for him if he was able to pull this off. Let's see what happens. The thing is, I see like boys getting picked up, or Squickhawk boys,
hogs, yeah.
but I have no idea how far into the shooting phase this is. Mm-hmm. Like if this is the beginning of Quentin's shooting phase,
That's
trouble.
a problem.
If this is the end of Quentin's shooting phase, also trouble.
Yeah. It's just the question of whose trouble is it going to be.
So really, as soon as I see Mark get a tape measure and start moving his models, that's when I'm going to make the call of did Quentin kill enough?
Yeah. I mean, also everything in Mark's army just
is dangerous. Everything is dangerous.
Slashes through.
But some of it can be move blocked. And if Quentin can get a good shooting phase in, move block the stuff that he's ignoring, and then the screens get obliterated, and then he gets a second good shooting phase, I could see there not being enough left.
You can see with the devilfish sitting right there.
Yeah, there's a devilfish in between walls, and then there's Kroot stretching out.
Yep.
And it looks like he's backing away from the Kroot, but it kind of favoring the devilfish side. Because I think it's going to be hard to kill that devilfish in shooting. The Kroot are going to die immediately.
Oh, yeah. The Kroot
but if Gaz stops in front of the Kroot wall and then there's nothing in charge range, I think he's fine.
That's a problem, yeah.
So
I think a lot of his army can also charge through those ruins.
Maybe that's what he's shooting.
So
I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That would be my guess, is that if I'm Quentin, I am trying to kill all the infantry and move block on turn 1.
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
Secondary, stomp them good.
Behind enemy lines in Warp Ritual. He's going to get those Warp Ritual points because Quentin can't afford to go after that.
No.
I can see it working.
That's solid.
Especially going first. Mark loves going first with that kind of a secondary plan.
Yep.
Interesting. This, I don't know. I've got a gut feeling that Mark is going to get tabled in style.
Oh yeah.
And sneak it out.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's getting tabled fast enough.
I end the game with 0 models and more points than you.
Yeah, because if Mark gets a couple good turns of really good primary, because like right now Mark is on 4 objectives and Quentin does not even look like he's trying to stop that.
It does look like he might be contesting that bottom.
Oh, he's got stealth.
He's got some stealth suits there.
From the map. I didn't even see
they were
that.
stealthy.
Is that a? Oh,
I'm wondering if that actually be.
Maybe if he can hold Mark's points down, or at least even, then he's gonna win.
Yeah,
that's my goal. Is that I think if the score is close after turn 3, I'm saying Quentin wins. But
if it's not,
but I could see Mark's also gonna be able to pick up all those pieces that Quentin just used. So this may be a one-time play for Quentin. I don't know. This is fun doing commentary here.
It looks like most of his infantry, Kroot, breachers, whatever, is right there on the front. Which means he has 1 turn of this, and the next turn, what happens?
I think he's banking on 2 shooting phases being enough.
Yeah.
Which might be.
I mean, to be fair, it's Tau. So.
I don't know what's happening, but there are still dice being rolled, and no one is moving models. Or at least Mark's not moving models. He's still picking things up. So if we're getting close to the end, it could be fine. But we'll see what happens when if Quentin brings down these trucks and tries to get the infantry out. That could be bad. I think it is really important for Quentin to kill these trucks.
Yeah, and this thing, I don't know how much... I'm guessing there's a bunch of Mega Knobs in those battle wagons.
I'm guessing the 2 battle wagons have Mega Knobs in it.
Yeah, which...
Maybe like Deep Struck one or something.
They just... So, if the battle wagons don't go down, they now jump through the wall and...
Yep.
In typical Mark fashion, eat something off the table.
That could happen. I don't know. I'm really... We're going to keep an eye on that. But for now, we're going to paint some Eldar. Doopity-doop-a-doom. What to do next? We're gonna let that dry for a little bit. Maybe need to do one more thing before I do the silver. Let's get a little bit of gray.
The soulstone.
Oh yeah, no, I did say I was gonna say. I said I was gonna do that. All right, I'm gonna go find a nice bright silver, and we're gonna just test paint a soulstone.
Oh, no, those are both grays. Okay, never mind.
Just think. Yeah, I don't think the silvers are out here, but I know where they are, so it's alright.
Yeah, you do have one or two.
Yeah. Several, perhaps. I don't remember what the lids look like. The army painter like bottles are like color coded by lids.
I love it.
It is convenient if you know it. I think black is metallic. I think shining silver. Do you think this is bright enough?
Shining silver, that might be the brightest one, I think.
Is the brightest one what you think I should do?
Yeah, I would. Do you have the, I think it's plate metal?
I definitely play that.
The next one down? Maybe do that one and then a dab of the brighter.
Okay. I have gunmetal, I'm sorry.
That one.
Is that one?
Yeah, that thing.
Gunmetal, okay. So let me grab a tank. I think I'm just going to grab a turret, because it'll be really easy to clean that up if I decide I don't love it.
Yep. Well, you're not just going to do it on the fancy model first and
Nope.
see how it works?
I am not. The amount of air burst is terrifying.
Bold move.
I'm trying to work on an Eldar list, but all this talk of Tau is scaring me. I'm sorry, Major League Nerd. I didn't mean to do it. Did not mean to do it.
Major League Nerd, that is definitely one of my concerns. I'm hoping by the time it's legal and I actually have things painted, the Tau will be nerfed. That's kind of my secret goal. Is I'm going to take a little while and we're just going to outweight you.
Okay, I dig it.
I'll keep playing Rack City and then we'll see what happens after that.
Mm-hmm. Very, very nice. All right, where are we here? Drink. So let's do gunmetal. I wonder if I should like put just like a maybe like just a dot of white on it after the silver before I put the. Do you think that would look good?
Try
like
one.
Maybe like
I mean,
try two.
One with and one without.
Yeah. Do some gunmetal first. Don't know what's happening, but they're still rolling dice. Oh no.
I mean, Quentin's also just in danger of timing out already, it looks like.
Well, I think that Quentin is not planning on this being a 5-turn game. Or at least he's not planning on every turn being like this.
Yeah.
I think I'm guessing his goal is to get 2 turns like this and then hope that Mark is so depleted that Gazgul can't table him by himself.
Yep. Which is something Gazgul can just sometimes do.
Can sometimes do it, but I wouldn't say it's all the time.
No.
He's prone to getting move blocked and he can't split up too much. All right.
Whatever he hits will go down, but...
That is super true. All right. Testing out these gemstones. When Eldar is ready for tournaments, Town Custodians are toned down a little bit. Yeah, as long as Eldar aren't on the same level, I would love to see that. Because I think if you just tone down Tau and Custodians a little bit, I think like we keep being so close to a balanced metagame. Mm-hmm. And then like the last 2 books are a little bit of a problem. But I would love like the next balance patch to like tone down the Custodian strats and then revert the points changes. Tone down Tau indirect specifically.
Yes.
And then maybe just like make Hiveguard a little worse at the same time.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I would like to see a point increase on everything indirect.
I would
Except
like
for
to
maybe mana
I would like to see a blanket. They just got a points increase. They literally just got a points increase, and I'm like, why?
No, give him another one then. In that case,
no. Feels like the meta is hostile against Eldar with the counter to rerolls through Custodians and strength for non-line of sight shooting with Tau. Yeah, that is deadly, but perhaps there are ways to work around it. I think Harlequins might actually have some better tools into that than Craft World. So
yep.
That looks like Siegler's in the chat right now in the Wargames live game.
Okay.
Mark is getting models out of a truck. Is this a dead truck or is he moving?
Uh-oh.
This is like really a question. Like he's just getting the models out. Is he picking up the truck? 7. That's 8, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. Checking
3. Yeah, I think that truck's gone.
Truck's gone.
Battle wagon
God.
went down.
So they're still shooting.
Uh-oh. That's not great.
It's not a lot of orcs.
No, it's not.
So, again, the question is Quentin done? Or is he still going?
Yeah. How much of the army is actually shot?
Because if Quentin has one good unit to shoot at the knobs that just got out, I can see that being trouble where Mark may not have enough to break through with.
Yeah. The question is what took out.
If that was the last shot, I think
wagon.
it was enough.
I
think Mark has enough left.
That was the last shot.
That was. Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Well, this is interesting.
So Mark got an 8.
Quentin did a lot.
He did do a lot.
This is like right on the precipice of did he do enough or not. Like I can't tell if it was enough or not.
I think it's going to depend on how much Mark connects with.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yep, he's admitting defeat. Well, who's admitting defeat? We're not listening, unfortunately.
What
see
orcs?
happens.
Yeah, what orcs?
All right, so Mark turn 2, and looks like he's getting the knobs out of that one as well.
Yeah, this I think this is going to be Wog.
Rumbling up.
Wog
I'm sure
turn.
this is Wog turn. Yeah. Yep. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on that. Mark is known for pulling some victories out of the jaws of defeat. So even though he lost a lot turn 1, I'm not convinced that he is down until I physically see it.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen too many times. Is the stream on YouTube? Yeah, it's on Wargames live YouTube channel right now. All right, but back to this one. This needs to dry a little bit longer. Let's put that Gravelord Grey a little bit on the Striking Scorpions so that we can get their Dreadlocks done. And then I need to put down... Actually, while I've got the plate metal, maybe I should just start putting the silver down, because there's a couple of different spots that kind of need some silver.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do that, because that'll need a little bit to dry, because I'm going to have to bare minimum wash over it.
Yep.
Like the Warp Spiders definitely need some silver.
Oh, yeah. I'm not looking forward to painting those models.
No?
I might have to steal some of your speed paint to finish them.
I think that's they're a good recipient. Warp Spiders are so old that it hurts me. Like, I literally, like, going from painting a Banshee to painting a Warp Spider, I was like, wow, this is like really telling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still have 10 of the old Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
They're painted already with my old kind of scheme. And after working on these guys, I really don't want to have to go back in and update them.
The new Rangers are just so much better models. They certainly took their time on doing Plastic Eldar, but at least quality of model-wise, I feel like the wait was worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like the wait was worth it.
I've seen some people complaining because it seemed like they didn't really change anything, which is fair, but at the same time, the Eldar line was already beyond like some of the ancient models. Anything that came out in the last like 10, 15 years is a good solid model already.
Yeah, I feel like
so you just update the level of detail that you can do with the plastic sprues now.
They didn't need like a redesign on the aesthetic.
Exactly.
The other aesthetic's good.
They kept the aesthetic and just gave us prettier models, and I am all about that.
I think I'll hold off on the Power Blades. I think I'm going to make them the glowy blue. I think that'll look good with the red and orange.
Oh, yeah.
So, because I have to do 2 waves of power weapons. I just did 1 test model on a Banshee, and then I need to decide if I'm going to stick to that and put it on everyone, or if I'm going to redo the power weapon effect. Probably will decide that later today, so that tonight's airbrushing can finish up the power weapons on everything. Because I've got a couple characters and as well that have like witch blades, which aren't power weapons, but they're getting painted like they are. I think a glowy witch blade is gonna look fine.
Oh, absolutely.
What is in the 3K army? What am I painting?
A little bit of everything.
It's a lot of everything. So it's, let me see if I can do this from memory. So vehicles, it's 2 Falcons, Wave Serpent, 3 Night Spinners.
Yep.
Characters, it's Karandras, Janezar, Mog and Ra.
Yep.
A Farseer, 2 Warlocks, and an Autarch, and a Spirit Seer.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of everything.
Yep.
So 3 Phoenix Lords, so half the Phoenix Lords and then like 1 of each type of character. Troops, it's 2 units, so 10 Rangers, 20 Guardians.
Yep.
So just some basic troops done. Then it's 10 Howling Banshees, 5 Dark Reapers, 10 Striking Scorpions, 10 Warp Spiders. Weapon platforms for all the Guardians, and 6 of the Shadowrunner jet bikes, 3 Wind Rider jet bikes. What else am I forgetting? There's like a whole nother unit.
Shining Spears?
No, the plastic Shining Spears haven't come out yet, so we do not have any.
Yep.
And we're definitely waiting on that. I have no interest in the old ones.
It looks like there's still Killicans alive.
Yeah, I wonder if Quentin went for them or just ignored them turn 1. Oh god, there are little gems on these jerks too. That's so many gems. I'm not painting all of them. I'll paint like the top ones.
No. I did that on the first Ranger that I did for test model, and the Banshee that I did, and then I was like, no, I don't.
Yeah, zero interest. Thank you very much.
My scheme on the Rangers takes maybe half an hour, and then it was another 20 minutes of gems. Like, no.
Nope. What are you guys thinking about Fire Dragons? I want to like them, but I think I'm looking at going vehicles for the shooting, Aspect Warriors for melee, and then Quins for mission plane utility. Major League Nerd, I think that's a pretty accurate assessment. I am not planning on running Fire Dragons. Admittedly, I'm colored by bias because they were one of the things that we could not get. I tried to get 10 of every Aspect Warrior, and Fire Dragons were the hardest to get, it turns out. Avoiding the new plastic ones, of course.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to buy those yet. I fear I'll just wait. So we have Swooping Hawks as well, but I don't think they're getting painted in this weekend because they haven't been built yet. They're still in a fine cast box in the closet somewhere. So that's a problem for later. Little gems on these jerks? Yeah, exactly. Like there are little gems on these, in fact, jerks. Warp Spiders. Need a little more gunmetal. Yeah, I'm guessing Mark is Ying on this turn. If he's not now, like, what is he waiting for?
Yeah, he's not going to have an army left if he does.
No. Yeah, he's gotta get that going fast. Oh, looks like we're getting some packages. Wonder what Richard's getting. One day, camera vantage. Some jokes in the Wargames live stream. Okay. Gotta pick up the pace on these things. There's a lot left. There is a lot left. But just removing the last of the white detail in here so they're fully base coated, and then just a little bit of a wash, and just like one little quick highlight, and I think the Warp Spiders will be good to go. Some nice quick dirty paint job, but with speed paints it is fast.
Oh yes.
And it looks pretty solid, honestly.
I like the way it looks a lot.
Yeah, pops out really well on the tabletop is a big thing. Like when you pick it up, it's clear that it was painted like with a contrast-esque, speed paint, etc. But tabletop, it looks really good.
Oh yeah.
Just nice bright colors. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier on in the paint stream. I really like the brighter. I like all the speed paints, but I think the ones that have impressed me the most were the bright ones. Like all my favorite ones are the bright colored ones.
Warpfire provides.
Warpfire provides. All right.
No.
Richard Siegler is a
Yes.
Sir. This is a Eldar stream.
No.
This is not Tau.
No.
This is what
Look what
he decided to show
All
up
right.
with.
chat is going to watch me play
no.
against in the near future. Look at these, John. These are beautiful.
is this
It's going to be triple storm surge.
triple the storm surges.
Why?
Let me see.
Look at that beef.
Let me see this.
That's
Look at this.
just
3 of them.
3 of them.
Disgusting.
Wow.
It has to be a list that Nick plays into, right?
That's true. It does have to be Nick. This
Can
isn't
you
my
run
problem.
3 of them and the Talinar?
Not legally.
Oh, darn.
You do need something in there.
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe if you go double, you wouldn't have a warlord. Can you run double super heavy?
You can. It's just you're not gonna have a lot of command points.
Yeah.
You don't need command points. John.
Attaboy.
You just shoot big robots.
What is this offset game you speak of?
The town has to stay in next room.
It does. And we'll get the storm surges in there next. It's a whole party.
Oh yeah.
All right. Major League Nerd is asking honest thoughts on speed paint versus contrast. So honest opinion here, because I did promise that I would be honest in my review with them, even though Army Painter is wonderful. I like speed paint more than contrast in a couple of areas for a couple of reasons. So the biggest thing for me is that when you put contrast on any kind of flat surface, if you just slap it on like a wash, it's going to dry patchy with brushstroke marks, and it's going to look not nearly as good as you think it does.
There's a lot of extra steps that have to go into making it look good and smooth.
It's doable, but like at that point, it's taking a lot of time.
Yeah.
Not like a ton, but more than you would hope for from what contrast was advertised as.
Regular paint, airbrush, dry brush is
just as fast,
just as
faster.
Yeah.
Speed paint, you can put it on a flat surface and it's going to dry a lot smoother with very little effort. It's just like you just slap it on like it's a wash, treat it in all aspects like it's a wash, and it will dry smooth. That has been the really, really nice part about speed paint for me. So, what do you actually like do with that? I really like the bright colors of speed paint. I think that the Black Templar versus Grim Black, that one's pretty close. I might actually, I like the Black Templar contrast a lot. I kind of want to do them side by side. The speed paint for Black has been fine. Again, it's nice and smooth, never patchy at all. But I don't know if it's better than Black Templar. The Black Templar contrast paint. But the bright colors I've been really impressed with, where the bright colors for contrast are the most prone to being patchy. And with speed paint, they come out super, super smooth, and it's literally just one coat.
Yep. That's
like if I'm trying to be lazy, like all of like the aspect warriors so far, it is one coat. It's not two thin coats. It's not a highlight, a dry brush over. It is one coat of paint.
Just done.
That's it. Just
Over
done.
and done.
Very, very quick for how fast I'm trying to get this army done. And looks really good on the tabletop because they're bright colors. They pop very well. So they look good on the table, and because it's smooth immediately, it really saves on the time. Because contrast, if you try to rush it, which is usually why I'm using contrast, if you try to rush contrast, it sometimes looks a little sloppy.
Yep.
And that's just no fun. Let's paint this little hose thing right here. Wash paint like Nuln oil gloss is just oil stains. Yeah. I mean, the Army Painter washes so far have been pretty comparable to Citadel ones, where it seems that it's just like, honestly, I haven't really been able to tell the difference. But I think the Army Painter ones are a little bit cheaper.
Yep.
And, as long as they're equal.
And dropper bottle.
And, oh yeah, the dropper bottle.
I mean, that right there,
I do really like the dropper bottles. I'm like honestly shocked GW has never tried to do dropper bottles.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's something that would be like right there, right? It kind of feels like a layup.
I think every other miniature paint company in the world does dropper bottles now.
Yeah.
Except for them. So, I don't know.
That is a little weird.
I mean, I started making my own washes because I refused to buy any more.
That aren't in a dropper bottle? Yeah, that's fair.
That aren't in a dropper bottle. And then Army Painter came out with all theirs, and I'm like, oh, well, this is a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
But then I mixed up a bunch of custom washes for armies, and now I have to keep doing that. So
yeah, I have not tried every single Army Painter speed paint yet. I've only been using the colors that make sense for the schemes I'm doing. But I have all of them because of the nice box set. If you want to give it a try and you want to get a box set, I think that's a good value. If you're thinking of just buying a couple to try out, honestly, I would recommend the brighter colors first.
yes, oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Because that has been the part that I've enjoyed the most.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to do very high detailed work, and I am definitely going to be ordering the bright colors because
it's for the speed. It's really fast, good,
and it's the base, and then you can go in and add whatever you want to after that.
You can still build over it.
Oh, absolutely. You can still do highlights.
I think if I'm going for competition,
I'm
still going to need to build over it.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, like the whole point of speed paints is to paint an army. Fast.
Yep.
And it does that tabletop quality very fast, very good. Like I love the Howling Banshees. Like I keep looking over at them.
Yeah.
For the amount of effort they took, they look super good. I still have to go in and do details on like sword hilts and stuff, but they're like 90% done.
Oh yeah. I mean,
and it's like 5 paints.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Stick a little bit of color on the eyes and
literally just gonna like put gold on like the sword hilts and a couple of little details on like the belt and stuff, and then I'm gonna dot the eyes, and like I think that's it. And then I think they just need to be based.
Yep. Do you have a brown like leather type speed paint?
Yes. Yeah, like that's what I did on like the Ranger legs. Are you thinking for like the hilt?
I was thinking for like the pouches and
I'm
belts
sorry.
on there.
I'm gonna do that as well. I'm gonna do that on everything all at the same time.
Gotcha.
I was gonna do all the base work, and I'm gonna go paint the patches white because half of them they got the speed paint on because I just go and so I'm gonna have to go back to some white and touch it up.
But it's still quicker.
It is still quicker that way.
Yep.
All right, I think I got everyone's arms. I'm gonna found one that escaped. All right, I need to make sure that I'm getting the silver on all of the arms for the Warp Spiders. I did not even realize that Warp Spiders had extra arms. they all have like a robo arm that's holding up their stuff.
Yep.
When that becomes plastic, I can already tell that that's going to be a pain to assemble.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not going to lie, it does look pretty dope.
It does look scary. I would not want that coming at me.
Yeah. I love that the warp spiders, like the warp spinner is like a two-handed gun, and they have 2 metal arms supporting it.
Yeah.
And then the Autark warp spinner just one-hands it. I'm like, what?
I mean,
Is it heavy or not?
I mean, it takes like 1,000 years to get to become an X-Arc.
And you are pretty yoked by then. Like you've been lifting for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
You are strong.
You hoist that gun around for enough time, eventually.
Honestly, like they could have totally built the Autark arm to when you do the warp spinner, you have one mechanical thing that goes back.
Yeah,
they could have just had one arm there. That would have been dope.
But no.
They didn't even bother. They're like, this takes 4 arms to hold for a manlet and 1 for the Autark.
When you get to be the boss.
Okay. All right, I see stealth suits getting like giga wrecked right now.
Yeah, they're dead. I'm just gonna say they're dead.
I wonder, are they going to be able to go tag into the crisis suits behind it? That's a good question. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Oh boy.
Yep.
All right. I mean, we you know, I have been forced into rooting for Quentin against my will, and that's right. I'm pretty happy either way. Honestly, I like both the guys, and Chris is rooting for Mark.
Go, Mark.
Indeed. Mark deserves a win. Like I'm not.
Yep.
I ain't gonna be mad.
We need someone to beat Tau.
It's true. We really do. This is very critical importance, really. You paint these little slippery doodads. I'm just gonna put a silver on the bottom. I don't know what it is, but like silver on the bottom cannot be the wrong choice.
That works.
Doop doop doo. Just gonna paint the whole bottom silver, even this little spiky bit.
Call it good.
Yep. Doop. That little gem thing on the top. I'll probably just like pick like a different color, maybe like bright purple, blue. Yeah, blue would look good. Maybe the plasmatic bolt. It's a little more. Hold up that sprue of Cravalite Warriors. So plasmatic bolt is the far right. That might be a little bright.
Sons of Colgate.
Or that one.
I would do that one.
I think I would do that one. Yeah. Okay. Not a lore expert, but I think being able to lift a warp spinner one-handed is the final test to become an Autark. You know, I believe it. Snivar, I'm not rooting for Tau. I'm rooting for my good buddy Quentin. I've known Quentin for a long time, surprisingly. I didn't like realize until I saw him again, because he took a short break from the game, and I'm like, oh yeah, Quentin, good to see you again. And then I'm like, oh my god, I've known you since you were in high school.
So last year.
Hey.
Y'all were there together?
No. I got a couple years on Quentin. It's all right. Yeah, no idea what's happening.
Well,
they're showing off on the
subtracting
screen
2.
1 CP for -2 to charge rolls. And it's -2 to charge battlesuit, so I'm guessing a battlesuit unit is getting charged.
Yep.
Did I read the Alfarius Primarch book yet? Snivar, unfortunately, I have not. I'm a little bit behind on my lore reading. Work and LVO and everything has taken up a little too much time. Haven't had the free time for reading. And when I did, I actually went ahead and reread Dune because I was 40k overloaded.
Yep.
And I was like, I need to read something that's not Warhammer.
You went and read the lore behind Warhammer.
The Rogue Trader lore for Warhammer.
Yeah.
You know, I read Dune like quite a few years ago, and then I saw the movie. I was thinking I would like rewatch it before the movie, so I like borrowed it from a friend. Absolutely did not read it.
Yep.
Went and watched the movie. And I'm like, man, that was really good. I should reread this. So I went and reread Dune.
Yep. I love it.
I need to give it back to Cody. Actually, I have his Dune book still.
I have it on Audible.
Nice.
I try to listen to it pretty much like once a year.
Dune is really good. Is there a deep blue? Is that deep blue?
Deep blue.
Here we go.
Hey, look at that.
We're gonna just do the blue on the power blades real quick on these. Actually, I should. If I'm doing that, I should do it on everyone. Actually, no, I haven't decided how I'm gonna do it. We're gonna leave that white for now, but we can come back to that soon. All right, I think the next thing is gonna be a whole bunch of the gray speed paint. We're gonna do the robes and the camo cloaks on the Rangers, and then the dreads on the striking Scorpions, and all that's gonna be the nice same gray. Gravelord gray. We're gonna use quite a bit of it.
There you go.
Mark making the Green Bloods proud. You know, I'm not rooting against Mark. I might be rooting for Quentin, but I'm absolutely not rooting against Mark. See what you make me do, Major League Nerd. See what you've made me do. All right, I see an orc in base contact with the crisis suit.
Okay,
that cannot be a bad sign.
No,
that cannot be bad for Mark.
No, definitely not.
And
because
he's holding a big stick. Does he have like a knob banner? A WOG banner? Knob?
think so.
I have no idea what Mark's list is. I wasn't going to do that, so I didn't really read it. I just saw like 9 Killicans, and I'm like, what a legend, and I stopped reading.
I saw what it was. He showed it to me, and then
like
I
vague
didn't
orc noises.
understand
See, that's the thing.
everything.
We never really do, Chris. We never really did.
It's the same thing with this Chaos Armies. Like,
Gazgul lurking between buildings.
Hey,
It
it's a
appears
good
that
looking
the painted by our own Frosty Forge right here.
it's actually my Gaz,
Yeah,
but I don't play orcs, so Mark
That's
has
fair.
it.
Whatever was screening Gazgul out appears to no longer be doing so. But I think that this is already like in the fighting stage.
Yeah, I think. Well, the Cruder completely gone. Ooh, that's a battle wagon in with the Devilfish.
That's probably not a huge deal.
Hitting on 2 strength.
But like if the Devilfish dies right now, I don't think it's a big deal. Because that's the last battle wagon and it's empty.
Yeah.
So Quentin may just try to
But
move
just
block that and kill
one
him.
more thing to stop. I mean, because it's also not bad into the crisis suits. 8 attacks, 9 attacks, hitting on 2s. Like
I did not know it hit in combat like hard.
Oh yeah,
but, okay.
He's got the steam rollers, the death rollers.
What a classic freaking orc technology is just putting a steam roller on your truck.
Yeah,
Just legend, honestly. Good for orcs. Okay, so looks like I can't tell if anyone has landed a knockout punch yet is the thing.
No.
And I worry that the longer the game goes on without a knockout punch from anyone, the more it favors Tau.
Yes.
That's kind of my theory, is that if a knockout punch doesn't get landed, Tau will win. Because I think Tau can ship.
It looks like he's holding 3 objectives.
Yep.
He might even be holding that bottom one.
Those are stealth suits. These are things that kill stealth suits. I assume that's going to go well for Mark.
Which means Mark is going to get at least another turn of being up on primary.
I'm guessing he's up on primary because Mark got an 8. It looks like Quinn's about to get a 4.
Yep.
I think he's holding his home base pretty solidly, but other than that, he's not holding anything.
No.
But I think if it's 8-8-4-4 for like the first 2 turns, and then Quentin breaks through with the second turn, I think that's enough for him to get the advantage.
Yeah.
I wonder what the mission is in this one. Like the mission primary, I should say. Because that could actually be a big thing. If there's a mission primary where Mark is getting like 15 points on it, and Quentin's getting 0, that alone, that could be a tiebreaker right there.
Yep.
If this is no, this is round 5, so it's mission 22. Which means I don't think this is the one where you hold the center for points. If it was, that would definitely be another thing in Mark's favor.
Yeah.
So we will see what happens here.
He does have 10 primary points right now, so
Yeah, but he's not even
got something.
I think he got 2 points on turn 1 and then 8 on turn 2 and is in the middle of his turn 2, so he hasn't scored the end primary yet.
That's true.
I'm guessing he gets another 2 points on it though, because he looks like he has the control of the board.
Oh yeah.
I think this is the one where you have to control 2 out of the 3 objectives that aren't in the deployment zone, which still is going to be hard for Quentin to do.
Yep.
Does Quentin have any primary? I can't tell. Can't tell. They just have the summarized scoreboard. They don't have the in-depth one.
I think he had a couple of primary points.
So if he was able to on his turn 1 when he went to contest, if he just got an extra model on each and held, and he got 2 points, that's not bad.
That would be something.
Because he probably won't do that on turn 2 because I think he lost too much.
Oh yeah.
But then if he can do it again on turn 3, he's in a fine spot.
I think he's completely out of
Like screening stuff.
So
From Quentin's perspective, what he needs to do, I think, is
people talking about 4 Invuln OP.
Stims
4
4 plus OP.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's
maybe
a
a
problem.
stim unit is living longer than it should, tying up some stuff.
That
If
is
Tower
what they tend to
alive and
do.
in combat, they will shoot very well. They can fall back and shoot with no penalty if there's a crisis commander to buff them, and if there's not, they can shoot into combat, and they will ignore cover. So they're not going to take any negatives. Cause
That was painfully good. Feel no pain. Ugh.
Oh man.
He died, but he did not feel it.
So I'm guessing that the stim injector guy died a little slower than Mark wanted.
Yep. But it
maybe
does look like it's still gone, and he's piling into the other stuff. So
yeah. But like if you tag some suits and you don't kill enough and they get to shoot in combat, they're gonna pick up some things. Yeah. Even also they do fly if they can fall back and shoot if they've got the command phase buff. I don't know. He's definitely in range of Montcalf for the extra AP. So anything could happen.
The world may never know.
I mean, we'll definitely. I'm gonna ask. So
Pretty soon. Yeah,
we'll find out. But the world may never know. Alright, so one Ranger Cloak done. Speed paints, making cloaks much faster than they otherwise would be. Heck yeah. Alright, I keep getting distracted, like looking at these the screen here. Speed paints are saving my butt on these infantry, I will tell you what.
Oh yeah.
Every game I watch with Mark Perry is cool, he seems like a top dude. That's exactly what Ben S is saying, and that's exactly the truth.
Yep, absolutely.
I think they said Gaz failed his charge. Ooh. Oh, that was probably where the -2 charge came in. That's probably where he popped it on Gaz.
Yep, and I can understand that.
Because Orc core units can ignore charge penalties, but Orc characters can't.
Nope.
So doing it on whatever Gaz charges is actually probably the best move.
Yep. And now Gaz is just sitting there. I mean,
he's probably, if he's not wounded, he's probably fine.
Looks like he took a couple of wounds.
Maybe Quentin's shot did 4 wounds and then just like, all right, we're going to wait.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like he's down, is that 7 wounds probably?
Well, it'd be 8, I think, right?
8 wounds.
Couldn't have taken more than 4.
Mm-mm.
I doubt he took any in the charge phase.
Unless he did Overwatch.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So, but I doubt Mark would have.
He wouldn't lead with Gaz into an Overwatch. Because, preserving those phases is important.
Yep.
Ooh, question from Snivar. Top 3 NID units to get an updated model.
Ooh.
Number 1, Biovore/Pyrovore. Needs it.
Oh, yeah.
Needs it. Number 2, the Red Terror. What a cool model. What a garbage model.
Yes.
But it's a cool unit that could use an update and is has the potential to be really dynamic and dope.
That's the one that just eats a unit.
Just
or a model.
Eats a model when it swings. That could be so cool.
That would be awesome.
Number 3 for me, see, the Lictor's not even a bad model. I just want a cool looking one so they have an excuse to make it bigger and also scarier data sheet.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid that they're just going to be it's just the size of a warrior, so it's just a single warrior, and it will continue to be absolute garbage. I want them to make the Lictor a bigger, more dynamic model that gets a lot of special rules and an updated data sheet, because the Lictor needs to be scarier than it is.
I mean, in the lore, he's supposed to be the super sneaky assassin that just
rips heads off out of the shadows.
Rips through everyone.
Yeah, and on the table, he is awful. He's oh, I'm 9 inches away. Hope I make my 9-inch charge. Don't worry, I can re-roll it. Oh, wow, the Lictor charge. What does it do? 3 attacks. 3 attacks. AP1. Huh. You have any re-rolls there? No, I do not.
I felt bad last time I played Tyranids. Was at Crucible, so before the new supplement came out.
Yep.
And my opponent deep struck the Lictor in.
Please tell me he made the charge and didn't kill an intercessor.
And I overwatched or Auspec scanned with 3 suppressors.
And you got vaporized by that.
Killed it. And I was oh, I did not expect that to be that bad. I'm sorry. I felt bad about it.
The Lictor's it doesn't have a save. And it's 4 wounds.
Yeah, I was all right, well that's 3 go through, 2 damage apiece. Oh, it's dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's overkill.
I was okay. Cool.
Yeah. Well, Lictors are just really bad. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sniver says not Gaunts really want the new models. I do kind of see. Here's the thing. I do and I don't. I don't because I have so many Gaunts painted, and that if they release a new Gaunt kit, they're gonna be oh, the kit now comes with a spike rifle. This is the best weapon by far, and I'm gonna be son of a gun. I have so many Gaunts.
And you get a grand total of 1 per box.
No. See, if it's 1 per box, then it's easy, and I just am 3D printing or converting.
Yeah.
But if they do a new box where you get 10 Gaunts, 10 spike rifles, then it's going to be here, John, you have to buy this. I'm oh my god, I don't want to. Let's see. Still Mark's turn too, so I'm guessing there's quite a few combats being resolved, as Mark is probably just scooping up all of the screening units. I cannot imagine that there's any screens left for Quinn after his turn.
No.
I think what Quinn has to do is take 1 turn of kill all the infantry.
Oh, he just picked up Crisis.
How many?
3.
Ooh.
That squad that was right there touching, he just picked them up.
Just scooped. Yikes.
Well,
that helps
mega
a lot.
knobs, I think they're all 3 and 4 damage apiece.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe he's doing enough.
Wow.
That does, if there are 3 less crisis suits and there's another Mega Knob unit right in the front in the line.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
That's a problem.
Okay.
All right.
Looks like they're consolidating into a Devilfish. Don't know why, but I guess it just doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Do they have like a Snagger Claw or something? No, I don't think that's
no
a thing.
idea.
I think like only like Beast Snagger Boys have that, and I don't
Yeah.
think he's running that kind of list. Hard to tell.
It is Mark, so
Yeah, he's always got some weird relic I've never heard of, or warlord trait that no one takes, and he's like, oh yeah, it's actually good. And I'm like, what?
I only see a couple of drones.
It looks like Quinn's
Left.
lost a lot of the trappings.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't have enough crisis suit units to punch through this like in a turn,
Yep.
trouble is coming.
That's over.
We'll see. Maybe he broke through. Wonder, I can imagine first turn was pretty important there.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully Quinn's able to get some high scoring wins in the rest of the day if he is losing this one.
Yeah.
So I would love it if they both got into the top 8 still.
That would be, and then had to play each other again.
And then Quentin goes first and like hammer and anvil, and it's like, oh, this is like now much different.
Yep.
God, going second against Goth pressure lists on that mission has to be
Oh.
like the darkest timeline. Yeah, when I played against Mark at the New Orleans Open final, and I went first. Mark's like, I don't think first turn was a big deal, and I'm like, oh man, I was really glad I went first. I don't know about like if I don't know if you want to go second, but I did not want to go second. All right, speedy.
I've gotten a couple of test games into that, and it's not fun after turn 1.
Yeah, they really apply a lot of pressure. All right, there's the camo cloak. Running low on the Gravelord Grace. We're going to top that up. What are you using for wet palette? I use the Army Painter wet palette. Chris, looks like you have a different one.
I've got the red grass
Red grass? Yeah.
wet palettes.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the Army Painter one. It is actually, I think, the first Army Painter thing that I ever used.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually using the dry part right now because I'm using the speed paints.
Yep.
We are painting too fast to need a palette.
At this stage in the game, I think pretty much all the wet palettes are comparable.
Yeah. Oh, I think as far as I can tell, there is no massive difference between them. It's just...
I will say, though, I can't remember if it's Army Painter or Red Grass just came out with a new one that's extra large.
Oh, that's fun.
So, because that's the one thing that I run into with...
So every once in a while, you're like, I want more?
Because I run so many blends.
Oh,
so I'll
yeah.
put down 3 colors and then have 6 colors out of that, each one with its own blend on it.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I get through 2 or 3 sets of that, my entire palette is filled up, and then I
You're out of space.
scrap the sheet and I got to do another one. So a bigger one would be nice for that.
I can see it.
But I'm perfectly happy with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for 2 years I used a homemade one with
Yeah.
paper towels and a Tupperware.
Yeah, I've seen Richard do that. All right, it is on to Quentin's turn. Looks like he just got the
Okay.
4 on primary.
So-
kind of what you'd expect. So really, it's at the end of Quentin's shooting phase, we're gonna know.
Yep.
He either has enough left and does it right now, or he doesn't and is in big trouble.
It is also 33-16.
True, but Quentin hasn't
So,
scored his secondaries yet.
yeah.
I think if he can get like 6 points on secondaries here and keep it like a roughly 10-point game, I think it's fine.
That would be...
But then he can't give Mark another 12.
No.
Or 8-12, I should say. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think he's only gotten an 8 so far.
Yeah.
But it looks like Mark is starting off with good secondaries. But also, Mark's secondaries, Warp Ritual, he can't 15 that. And he's front-loading it, but he's going to
Yep.
stop gaining points for Warp Ritual soon.
Yep. But it is also just a pretty easy... Well, I shouldn't say easy, but a pretty straightforward.
Yeah, Quinn's game plan at this point is
Yeah.
pretty straightforward, which is kill everything in front of you that you can, move block everything you can.
Yeah.
That's it.
Carry on.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Very interesting to see if it's enough. If Mark has found Mark actually played against Tau round 4, a triple Storm Surge list that was terrorizing the tournament up to this point, and was able to knock it down. If Mark has found an Orc answer to Tau, that would be quite important for the meta. If the Goth pressure can get it done, that matters a lot.
Well, the question is it Goth pressure or is it Mark pressure?
That's true. It could just be Mark just willing this to work because Mark's an Orc. Everyone knows that.
Yep. If he believes, it's gonna happen.
It genuinely feels that way when he shoots me.
Yes. Yep.
I'm like, okay, it's 2d6 shots, averages, 7 shots, somehow gets 10 wounds, and I'm like,
Yep.
how? Like, hits, wounds don't matter. No rerolls.
The best is when he gets exploding 6s.
No.
He's like,
It's
all right,
it's the worst.
cool. Here's 4 swings. Oh, I got 10 hits. What?
Brian asks, are we
Math.
trying to build and paint or just paint in 3 days? Just painting. I've done a lot of the building and the priming in advance. So I'm just trying to paint the Eldar in 3 days.
He's not that much of a masochist.
I am really not. Yeah, Chris is already Chris is working on his own project there. You've got your own Eldar, but separate from my adventure. Chris is doing his own thing. He's not helping me out. Trying to do this by myself. We'll see if I get punished for my hubris.
Yep.
We'll see. I think we can do it. Actually, what I'm dreading the most is the basing.
What's your basing going to be?
It's going to be like gray gravel with snow on it. The snow might get added later.
Okay.
And like the tufts, I think, are going to get added later. Because the tufts are actually in the mail right now.
Okay.
All those shipping delays are catching up to us.
Yeah. That is a problem.
Indeed. It's a problem for everyone right now.
Yes, it is.
All right. The chemicals are growing on me, honestly. I'm liking them a little more as I'm painting them.
Good.
So I'm happy with the choices we made. Yeah, all right. Quentin is already rolling dice. I don't know if that means he wasn't moving much or if he's just like, you know what, I'm ready to shoot you. This is the only thing that matters. Very interesting to see how
I feel like
this.
he didn't have a lot to actually shoot.
Or a lot to move. Yeah, I think he's basically
Or a lot
onto
to move,
crisis suits. And if he was already like backing up, is probably back up a little more. I'm assuming something got sacrificed to the move block gods. For Quentin's sake, though, I'm hoping that he didn't have to sacrifice too much.
Looking at that.
Oh, no.
He's just pinned in the corner.
I think he's literally just, I'm going to shoot it all to death right now.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, there we go. He's got a blob on that home objective.
Oh, okay, that was covered. The dice tray is covering a giant unit of crisis suits.
Never mind.
And without that, I was like, oh my god, is he getting wrecked?
No. I mean, he still might be, but he has a better chance now.
How do you guys speed base your models? I don't know. I've never done it before. Gonna figure it out pretty soon. Probably it's going to be batch painting, where I just get a big old brush, nice big tan of like texture paint or something, and I just slap it all down all at the same time, and just go down the line. Everyone gets it, and then I come back and everyone gets like the dry brush, the wash, the whatever.
So if you're doing a gray kind of gravelly, there's actually an easier way.
Yeah.
If you get sand,
Yep.
you can either buy the dirt or just go dig up dirt and bake it to sanitize it.
Yep.
And then you just do Elmer's glue on the base, dip base into bucket of sand, shake it,
Yep.
let it dry, do another bit of thin down glue over the top. Done. Paint it whatever color you want, stick the tufts on, carry on.
That's probably what I'm gonna do. We've got the army painter at basing material for that exact reason.
Oh, there you go.
What's going on, Mr. Nick Nadavati?
It's time to potty.
Yeah? Are you watching Mark Perry on stream right now?
I am not. I'm watching you while you're on stream while being in the stream.
Ooh, very fancy.
Streamception.
Looks like Mark's winning. It's 33-16. That's more than double.
Indeed, it is early game.
Quentin has 2 command points to Mark's no command points.
It's also only turn 2, and it's so...
Mark doesn't need command points.
It's true, he has orcs.
It's past turn 1.
Yeah, this is fair. He was out turn 1. So.
It doesn't surprise me. He hates those things.
Yeah. Mark hates command points like no one I've ever seen.
Yep.
Remember that time he showed up with a demon list that started at 1 CP?
I mean, Orcs do it too.
And he won with it too.
He did.
He's undefeated right now. He's Mark Perry.
Yeah, Mark Perry does not need command points.
Mork Perry.
Mork Perry. Dun dun dun.
You already heard those charges. What else could you want?
Yeah. How are things going for you, Nick?
Things are good. I just did my article for Goonhammer. Today's been such an Eldar-filled day.
Here's Eldar all over the place.
I'm loving it.
All over the place.
I mean, there's literally Eldar all over the place.
I know. It's all over my place that is here.
Our.
And then I brought more Eldar.
And then he brought more Eldar. One would wonder if there's perhaps too much Eldar?
Nope.
Never.
No, not too much Eldar. Okay.
Well, if
Good
you
to
ask
know.
my wife, the answer is yes. But
to
the rest of us, no.
I think there's too much Eldar. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay. We'll see. Yeah, we think Mark got an advantage in this one, but it's Quentin's turn 2 shooting phase.
Did Mark go first and call the wall?
He deployed on the line and went first.
That's my boy.
And it's the table quarters. You start real close.
Ooh, that's brutal.
Cunning, but brutal.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's left of Quentin's army
It's kind
right
of
now.
brutal, but kind of. I don't know how much that is, though. It sounds weird like that.
Yeah.
A couple suits and a devilfish, and that's like 4,000 shots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think most of the firepower is alive. but all of like the trash in a Tau army is like completely gone.
Mark does like to kill trash.
He does. I think that's the game plan for Mark. Kill all the trash, preserve his trash, out trash the opponent in the end game to score a bunch of points, even while Mark's getting tabled. Mark hates his own models almost as much as he hates command points. He's like, let me get rid of these as fast as possible. But he still wins.
He has no respect for skin. He's all about taking that off so that there is blood everywhere for the blood god. Obviously, corn.
That was really weird.
I was trying to go somewhere with it, and then it didn't work.
That's okay.
You tried.
It's the effort is genuinely what matters. We appreciate it. Rangers. Stealthy boys.
Rangers on bikes.
Rangers on bikes, Rangers on foot, Rangers on wings.
Rangers on trikes.
Is Nick a morning person? Asks Major League Nerd. Yeah, that's usually why he wakes up so early at like 5 a.m. every day.
I was a morning person today. You can see it. I watched a little bit back. I was quite asleep. I was yawning every 5 minutes.
I think everyone can understand that. But at least you got some coffee.
I got a lot of coffee. I'm still wired. A lot of coffee today.
Oh, so you're ready to write your essay on Return of the King tonight then?
This is a great day. Oh, then there's elves in Return of the King. Oh, Nick, this is great.
I'm gonna leave on that.
Oh, bye, Nick.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.
All right, finishing up the cloaks. Oh, there's so many Rangers. That is the problem. Is that every model is going fast, but there are way more models than I was honestly thinking there would be. But the airbrushing the vehicles has helped because I didn't have to spend a ton of time on them.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to look pretty good very quickly.
Airbrushing on vehicles is just
magic.
Game changer.
Yep. Never going back. Literally ever. Never, ever, ever going back.
First night I ever painted, I primed with a brush.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I didn't even rattle can it.
No, I primed with like, oh yeah, when I like started off, it was a mess.
That was actually what introduced me to rattle can priming. Mm-hmm. After that, I was like, wow, why did I do it the hard way the first time?
Yep. Trust me, my friend, I've been there. But I mean, I've been playing Warhammer for like 14 years now.
This is true.
How long have you been playing for?
That's a good question. I think 7 now.
7, not bad.
Near the end of 7th. When did Wolfen come out?
I feel like that was early 7th.
Early 7th, because it was not too long after they came out. Because I'd been playing Dark Angels, because that's what my buddy had. And then he comes home one day and he's like, hey, there's these new models out there, giant space werewolves.
And that was it.
And that was end of story.
That's the end of it. On that day, you became a Space Wolf player.
I did.
I mean, was this before or after the Tau? Which came first, the Space Wolf or the Tau?
Oh, Space Wolves.
Okay. Because when I met you, you were a Tau player.
When I met you, you were a Eldar player. Because we met at Warzone.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the first time we played, I was on Gene's Third Cult.
Yes.
But it definitely was.
Yeah, that was not fun.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were playing Town of Gene's Third Cult.
Yeah. And I wasn't Siegler.
And I was like, you have chosen poorly. I have come for your infantry.
Yeah, that was a rough season because I was playing them for ATC, which meant I needed to get practice with them.
I gave you very, very good practice.
You did indeed. It was great. I learned a lot, and then promptly forgot the majority of it.
Oh,
but it did make me a much better player at the end of the day when I switched to a good army. So
that's what we're here for.
And then I sold all of it for a profit not too long ago. So
which army was that?
Tau.
That's right. Oh, you sold the Tau for profit? Yep. Nice.
That is the only army I've ever sold. And I don't regret it one bit.
Chris Pearson asks, is Perry wearing shoes? If he is, he's going to lose, guaranteed.
I would be shocked.
But I would be shocked if he's wearing shoes.
The only reason he's wearing shoes is if the hotel made him, or a convention made him.
Usually they're too afraid to ask.
Yep.
They're like, oh my God, is he not wearing shoes? And they're like, what do we do? And they're like, I'm not going to ask him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask him. You ask him. And then no one asks him. And he's like, ah.
I mean, he walked across stage at LVO barefoot, so.
Yeah, I remember that. That was great. That was hilarious in perfect Mark fashion.
Oh, yeah. During, I think it was him and Siegler's game, when they were playing him, somebody started ripping into Mark, like for real being mean about it. Barefoot, hat backwards, and he's just like, what is this guy? And immediately the entire chat went, you do not dare talk about Mark Perry like that.
Good.
It was probably one of the best moments of community coming together. And like, you go out.
You can't be mean to Mark. Like, if you've met Mark, you cannot be mean to Mark.
No.
I can, like, if you're, like, just kind of, you know, a jerk on the internet, like, so be it. But, like, if you've met Mark, like, no way.
Well, number one, you'd be scared to be.
Exactly.
I have seen that man pick up the front end of a tractor because we needed to get under it.
Even the Prophet can't weather explosions is...
Something detonated?
Well, the Prophet of the Law is Gaz. I see the spot that Gazgul used to be, and I do not see a Gazgul.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, that was the Gazgul spot.
Gaz is gone. Oh, no.
Okay, the points, though.
Yeah.
That's the question. Was that the end of Quentin's turn?
Yep.
So he got the 12.
That was the end of Mark's turn. That was Mark going into Mark's turn 3.
This is going into Mark's 3. I think this is top of Mark's 3.
And he got a 12.
But here's the question. Stomp 'em good is kill a lot of things in melee.
Mm-hmm.
So two fours on that is a really good start. Man, how did he get it turn 1? Maybe he did call the Wog turn 1.
Maybe Quentin had stuff deployed up.
And maybe he called
center?
the Wog turn 1 and then killed like a Kroot unit or something.
Yeah.
How many minutes do the Tau have on the clock? Good question. Tau didn't score. Oh, so Tau haven't scored their secondaries in turn 2 yet.
Okay.
But it looks like there's one orc there.
Yep. And I think that's a character.
I'm guessing that's the weird boy. Right here, trying to hold this and do mission stuff.
Yep.
And so orcs are getting tabled. 100%.
Oh, yeah. 100.
But the score is pretty hard in their favor. If Mark can maybe give Tau one more 4, maybe 2, I think he could still do it, but he is definitely running low on resources.
Yeah.
The thing is that if Quentin can kill Mark's army in time to make sure that Mark doesn't max his secondaries, then I could see it being a problem.
Yeah.
Because what did Mark take? Mark took Pierce the Veil, Stomp 'em good, or Warp Ritual. He could max Warp Ritual this turn.
Yeah.
If he gets another 4 on Stomp 'em good, being a 12 is good enough there. What's
behind enemy lines, he's going to get that again.
True, yeah. So he's at 6 on that. But if after Quentin's turn, if Mark doesn't score Stomp 'em good or behind enemy lines on turn 4 or 5, and then Quentin gets all of his secondaries and gets the endgame primer, he might be able to do it. This is actually going to be pretty close. But you know what? Honestly, I'm glad that it's going to be a close game, though.
Oh, yeah.
And especially...
yeah.
Just bring it down for Gaz. I sure hope Quentin doesn't table Mark and lose on points. I don't know. That's a real strategy. Yeah. Like, if Mark gets tabled but it secures the win.
How many times have we watched Brad Chester do that?
Yeah, right.
I think that might be someone that hates his models as much as Mark does.
Yeah. Even the Squigog boys are coming in. Mark is like just reckless abandon. He's like, well, there's no reason not to.
Full in. He's about to get tabled anyways.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to do the max damage because he's not surviving Quentin's turn 3.
No.
But if he can like kill the Devilfish, just remove the number of units that Quentin has to move around, it could be enough.
That's a big...
It really could be.
If it takes him 2 turns to get on more objectives.
Yeah.
Because what do crisis suits move? 6?
They move 8.
8?
But for 1 CP, they think they flat advance 6.
Okay. That's 14. But I mean, look where they are. They're all pinned up there.
Oh, no, they move 10. I'm sorry.
Oh, they move 10. So they move 16.
And then they get the Fire and Fade strat.
Yeah. But if there's nothing left to shoot at...
It's the most Mark thing ever.
You're not going to get extra distance because I'm not alive.
I would cry laughing.
Oh man. Mark's. I think he just got his Warp Ritual.
Yeah, I'm guessing, and that one dude is just running away
backwards. Yeah,
which is what you should do.
Oh man.
All right. This is interesting. Kind of wondered if it would be like this, but yeah, the real question I think is just going to be, what does if Mark can scrape a few more points than he deserves on turns 4 and 5, though, it could just be too much to catch.
Yep.
It's one of those things where Quentin has to like cut off Mark's scoring like immediately. We'll see. And I hope the loser still gets a lot of points, because I'd love it if they're able to qualify for top 8 if they can take care of things. Always rooting for our Wargame coaches and Wargame members. Stupid robes. Get real sick of painting robes.
Yep. It's like after my Space Wolf army, I never want to have to do another pelt or fur.
I can appreciate that. I believe you. They're a pain.
They're a pain to do right. You can do a basic color wash and dry brush and be done, but to really get the good depth on them is just no. It's almost not worth it.
Yeah, but I usually go relatively basic whenever I have, which is not often, but whenever I have like a fur or pelt, usually on like an Inquisitor Rogue Trader type character that I'm painting up as my random Imperium plans.
Yep.
I like my random Imperium units. They're always fun.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm guessing Quentin's not getting more than a 4 just because with his turn 2 reprisal, he's not on top of anything. I'm wondering how Quentin killed Gaz on his turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
They put up a strat for something to explode.
I wonder if they have a mortal wound when charged or charged kind of strat. Maybe he like... Because like... I don't know. What if there's like a mortal wound? Like there used to be a mortal wound when he charged strat. But I don't remember.
I remember that one. Because Siegler would use that against like Satan and stuff.
Tau have bring it down, decisive action, and retrieve Knockmend. I'm guessing
0 on Knockmend.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Oh, that's the question is what is
he doesn't have left to do it.
Well, the crisis suits are infantry.
Yeah, but you got to roll under number of models.
True. I don't know.
And if that big unit's doing it...
Oh, he detonated his battle suit for D3 mortal wounds with a strat. And apparently that was enough.
Oof.
Brutal. Maybe he did take a couple wounds on Overwatch or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe from an exploding truck. I don't know.
Oh, man.
That would be brutal. If he can't get his Knockman data up, though, that's got to be it.
Yeah. Which is probably why Mark was going after all of his infantry guys.
No, 100%.
Because you don't want... I mean, Quentin can't afford to have the suits
doing actions
right now. Especially when you got Killican sitting there.
Yeah, I wonder if he has like Vespid or stuff in reserves because that was only his turn 2.
Yeah,
he legitimately could have like brought in a Vespid squad in a corner.
Maybe that was why Mark was moving some of those guys around in the back.
Maybe
to screen off a little bit more.
Interesting stuff. I'm gonna make a prediction. I think Mark's gonna hold on.
I think so.
If the Knockman data cannot get up for Quentin, it's going to be a massive problem for him.
If he doesn't get it this turn, he's maxed at 4.
Well, he could still get an 8 if he gets it on turn 1, 4, and 5.
That's true. If he did it for turn 1, yeah.
I'm assuming he did it with someone turn 1. Like he has to have like a random.
Yeah.
Like maybe like a crew unit like walked, move, blocked an action because they just didn't need to shoot.
I don't know. A lot of those units look like they were spread out quite a bit, so they might not have been 6 inches from...
Yeah, if he doesn't get the Knockman to score up, though, I think he's cooked.
That's it.
Because you have to get all 3 of your secondaries, like, in overdrive.
Yeah. Well, because, I mean, even Mark's lowest one was Stomp Him Good. If he doesn't... He's probably going to max at 9 on that one.
Stomp Him Good? I actually think he's going to get a 12 on Stomp Him Good.
12?
Because if he kills 1 unit in combat,
yeah,
and then he doesn't lose something in combat,
true,
that's just a 12.
Yeah, that's 12.
And I think your cap's at 12 because I don't think Mark is killing things in combat in turn 4 and 5.
No.
But, you know, that could be enough.
Behind enemy lines is going to be rough after this turn. Because I just don't think he's going to have an army.
No, I think this is the last turn from behind.
But that means he gets a 9 on that. So a 9 on that, a 12 on
Warp Ritual, a 12
on that.
That's 3 solid scores. That's 31 points. If you give a 0 on Knockman data, and then Quentin doesn't max the other 2, he's in a secondary hole.
And he's already down on
primary
too.
And if Mark can hold on to like just 4s for turn 4 and 5, that would be enough.
Yeah. Because I don't know does he have the airburst cannons?
He has some, but they're so far away. I don't think he's getting to Mark's back objective this turn. And it's a question of can he the next turn.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely not there this turn because he's
not there. He's definitely not there this turn.
So turn 4, can he get over there?
Maybe.
I think Mark gets at least another 4 on his.
He's got to get at least a 4 coming. Maybe more, but at least a 4.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh.
Guys, this is... I wanted to be focusing on Eldar, not this. Wow.
But look, Mark has abandoned the midfield objectives. There's nothing there. He's just like, yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yep. Well, the question is, did he... This isn't one of the ones with the sticky anymore, is it?
Oh, if it is, Mark is golden.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it is or isn't. I assumed it wasn't. But
I know there's one that's sticky if you held it with OBSEC.
Mark doesn't have a lot of OBSEC.
But, yeah.
Doesn't he only have like 1 troop?
I think so.
I thought he was like a patrol vanguard or something.
Yeah, something like that. Or he might have just gone to full Vanguard.
Double vanguard.
In typical Mark fashion.
That would be very Mark fashion.
Who needs OBSEC or...
He's like, so does hold objectives anyway. They need to be dead.
Yeah.
That's his game plan.
I mean, he's...
So, bring it down in... This can't be the end of Quentin's turn. I think it would just take longer than that, but we'll see.
I mean, he didn't have a ton to...
Maybe. That's all right. I think Mark is pinning him back for long enough, though.
Yep.
I really do.
Oh, yeah, he got a 14 primary turn 3.
Yeah, because he
That's big.
That's big. He got the 12, and then he held whatever the bonus was.
Yep. Does Gaz is a character, so does he count towards Bring It Down?
He does, because he's also a monster.
Also a monster.
Yeah, Gaz ain't infantry.
I wasn't sure if there was a character lock on that anymore or not.
Yeah, but because Quentin can't max Bring It Down, just because of the nature of Mark's army.
Yep.
Even if he gets a 15 on whatever the heck that Tau secondary is, because I have no idea.
Yeah.
Even if he gets that, I don't know.
He'll get... If he did do something turn 1 for Nachmund...
If he can get it up to an 8 and then like a 10 on like Bring It Down, and then he gets a 15 on whatever that Tau secondary is, he's got a slight secondary advantage to where we thought Mark would end up, which is in that like 31 range.
Yeah.
And then it becomes if Quentin can nuke Mark's primary for turn 4 and 5, like he can go 4 then a 0 and then get 12-12.
Yep.
On like his turn 4 and
It looks like he ran up into that middle.
I'm guessing that he's trying to kill this and make sure that next turn he gets
He can get that one.
that one.
Yep. But I mean, he's still got Hog Boys and
I'm
stuff tied
guessing
down
that
there.
they can shoot in combat, so I'm guessing that the Hog Boys are just about to
they're probably
evaporate.
going to go away.
So I think if Quentin can get a 12-12, he's okay. But if Mark can keep him to an 8 or a 4, and then the 12 bottom, that's probably too much to recover.
Yep.
Ooh boy, down the wire.
Ugh.
Oofta.
Ugh.
All right, I keep getting distracted. I'm supposed to be painting close.
Yep.
See, I need my friends to not be on stream if I'm going to be painting fast. This is detrimental.
Yeah. Do you have a black? Just like a regular black?
There should be a matte black on the table.
Somewhere.
If there's not, then I think it might be in the back. If
Over
not,
there.
it's right back there. Oh, no, I see it. It's right there next to the plastic bag. All the way back.
Oh, matte black. There we go.
Yep. Named after Nurgle Matt, obviously.
Absolutely. The stream hero we all deserve.
I don't know about deserve.
Well, yeah.
But we love him. We're lucky to have him, Nurgle Matt.
I noticed him popping up in the Wargames live stream. As always.
As always. Seeing orcs do well is making me happy, especially to Tau. Yeah, no, from a purely army perspective, I don't love orcs, but I like them a lot more than I like Tau.
I would play orcs over Tau.
I would play orcs over Tau. And I didn't play orcs when the bandwagon, when they were good and a lot of people got on the bandwagon, so I'm not switching to Tau now. No, thank you. I'll let Jack enjoy that victory. But I will not do it.
Some of us have standards.
Exactly, not Jack, but some of us.
Yeah, some
The rest of us have standards. Yeah, those crisis suits. Oh, and they even fire and faded forward. So I'm guessing that they like killed something, fire and faded forward to just stand on the edge of the objective and be like,
You're dead next turn.
You're not getting away from me ever. There, I wonder what he's doing about those cans in the one truck over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because the cans are bring it down points as well.
Yep.
Because each can is worth 1, so that's 9 points from the cans. Gas is worth 2, so that's 11.
Mm-hmm.
If he kills the 2 trucks as well, I think he can actually max bring it down.
He already killed both trucks, I think. Both battle wagons.
I thought behind Quentin's head.
Is that? Oh, that is one. Okay. Oh, and a character too. Okay.
Mhm.
And he's got 2. Looks like he's got 3 drones sitting there, move blocking.
Yeah.
That could actually be a problem.
But also, if you move block with drones, that gives Mark another turn of kill unit in combat max that secondary.
Yeah, that's true.
So that is, at least Mark's getting points out of that.
Yeah. That is fair.
Not that I would just let them charge what they want, but there is a downside to move block in there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not really anything good.
Nope.
There's no good choice at that point. Oof.
Look at Town on the Shelf. Yeah, I would play Orcs of a Tattoo. I see a Major League nerd. But, it is good. I'm happy to be seeing Orcs continue to do well. I didn't like seeing them do well when Speedwog was like the menace.
Yep.
But I like the Goth pressure list a lot because it feels orky. I don't like playing Orcs. They're a little too random for my taste. But the good old-fashioned crump them till they're dead, that feels like a nice, pure, clean way to play Orcs. And I appreciate that is a very Orc way to play the game. And Mark is an Orc. So...
It works.
It works. I'm happy when he does well with that style. Hated Speedwalk though. That did not feel right.
No, it did not.
I know it just feels better when like armies are good in a way that they feel like they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Eldar was like really good and it was like all planes and I'm like this is kind of bullcrap.
No.
Like if Eldar are good and it's like aspect warriors and like not spamming any one thing, I'll be a little happier.
Yep. And that's what I like about the book now. I feel like nothing in it other than maybe the indirect fire.
A little bit too good on the indirect, I think.
But nothing else is super overpowered. It's all going to be glass cannon. So yes, it comes in and nukes something, but then it just dies. So yeah, Mark got 4 on primary. Oh, Quint needs to be putting some points in because we have no idea what else he's got.
Yeah, the big thing is that Nachman data question.
Yep.
But also
Mark got another 4 on Stomp 'em.
Yep.
4.
Are they just... I wonder if Quentin conceded. Because it looks like... Because if they just put Mark's turn 4 in, like, there's no way Mark just finishes turn 4.
Mm-mm.
Maybe they're just, like, putting it in as a theoretical. Because, like, they know that Mark has those units right there.
Mm-hmm. And they're seeing what points.
Yeah, because he's about to max... Because he looks like he has enough to get in Quentin's deployment zone for one more, bring it down.
Yeah.
For one more behind lines.
Yep.
And if he's got strong secondaries and Quentin's
he's
Nachman goes nowhere, I think Mark's got this.
Battle Wagon's
He's going to get
into,
tabled, but I think he's going to get it.
I think Battle Wagon's going to go into the crisis suits.
Just to stop him from actioning.
Yeah, they can't do anything then.
They'll stay in combat and they'll kill.
That's fine, but that's another turn.
Yep.
And odds are that squad up there is going to want to shoot to take that guy off.
I think Quentin can't Nachman data anymore.
No.
Because that was his turn 3 and he hasn't scored
bring
Nachman data, which means there's no Vesper or anything in reserves. That's game.
Oof. Nope.
That is
He
game.
might have started everything on the table just to try to screen.
Nachman data is
The charge,
shocking
but-
choice.
Yeah, Mark just charged in. And he's out of CP to Overwatch.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's a good sign up for
Yep.
Mark.
So yeah, he got 4 on Overwatch. Sorry, 4 on Overwatch. He got 4 on his
He's gonna get 4 on
Stomp 'em Good.
Yeah, because he's gonna
4
kill
on-
1 or 2 things and not die in combat.
4 on
Hello, Nick Fatchos. Welcome to the stream.
oof.
We're currently watching the Wargames live stream and like kind of live commentating as Mark Perry plays against a War Room member Quentin Johnson's Tau. Right now, though, it looks like Mark Perry's in the process of cementing a win while getting tabled.
Yep.
But I think the points are just in the Orcs' favor on that one, and there's not enough time, I'm going to guess, for Tau to swing it back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Being
needs a
tabled
6-turn
and
game.
win, now that's a true Orc player. Yep.
He likes the crumping. Crumped him good. All right. I think this is the last robe on the jetpack guy, which is good. These robes are way longer than I was expecting. How much longer do I have you for, Chris?
Oh, I don't know. I think we'll wait and see how long this game goes.
Gotcha.
I kind of want to know for sure.
Because
Because I think unless Quentin just hasn't been putting in any points and all of a sudden he puts in a whole bunch.
Yeah, I would need to see the Nachman data. Is the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, they're talking out, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna get a 12 on turn 4.
And a 12 on 5.
He's gonna get a 12 on 5, but he's so far behind.
Oof. So if he gets a 12 on 5, that gets him 46.
Hard work, I would say. Hey, we are working hard. There's too many elves. Still too many elves.
There really are.
Really, really are. What am I gonna do next? Oh, I want to do let's get that bright silver and put it over the before I keep doing the Gravelord Grail. I want to get that bright silver because I want to do this in front of you. I want to see what you think.
Yeah.
Where was the other black lid paint? Oh, it's right here. So we'll put just like the smallest dab on the smallest little dab on the tip of that. So yeah. Detail brush. That 4 on decisive action looking brutal right now. What is decisive action? It's a Tau secondary. I have no idea what it is.
Some sort of weird fish cow thing.
Not about that.
I have 0.
I wonder if it's something that scores at the end of the game. So what, do you just like do like a little bit kind of towards the front?
Yeah. Yeah, that's plenty. Yep. You could even just do like kind of a blob. Just be done.
Yep.
Yeah, just something like that.
Let that sit for a minute, and then I'll put a paint over that. All right. All right. I think the chat is confirming that Mark's not wearing shoes. Looks like Jack Harpster is holding a sandwich and looking on, based on his complete nonchalance. I'm gonna guess that he was victorious in his game.
That would make sense.
Yeah, Devilfish.
Proper work player.
Moving on to the objective. Yeah, so Quentin is just about maxing points for the rest of the game, but that is only 2 turns.
Yeah. Well, one more turn.
Well, yeah, that's true. He's already maxed the primary.
So if he brings...
It's basically Stranglehold that they can only score on their tactical philosophy turns. Oh, he took... Well,
Did he take Cal Young?
No way. Hello, Red War, long-term lurker, first-time chatter. What's up, Red March?
Hey.
Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us here. I think a lot of people are watching this Wargame live stream instead.
Yeah.
They saw, Mark's on. They're like, John can paint Eldar any day. I want to see Mark. No, that's fair. I don't blame him. I'm watching Mark, too.
Yeah, we literally can't. We
Cannot
judge.
complain.
All right. These guys are so fun.
I'm going to do a little holy white next. Where's that?
Right here.
Thank you. I'm going to put it on the, whatever it's called, the helmets on the warp spiders.
That thing.
You score 4 points instead of 3, and you only have to hold half or more. Still, holding 3 objectives to get 4 points, that seems... rough. Can you only do it during the Monka, I wonder? Like, if you can do it just every turn, that's better than Stranglehold. But I don't know if that's getting any better.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like they talked it out.
Yep.
Looks like Bring It Down could not have possibly stayed at an 8.
No.
But, I feel like you should max Bring It Down. Maybe this is just...
Did the Battle Wagon pick up those Crisis? Because I saw him fly the...
maybe.
Whatchamacallit?
I mean, it's...
Devilfish over to the same objective as the...
Maybe he actually broke through and didn't get tabled.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he did get one for behind enemy lines on turn 5, so...
Something is alive. It's only for 3 turns, so either 1 to 3 or 2 to 5. Oh.
And if he got pinned in his deployment zone for the first 2 turns or the first 3 turns.
Yeah, that seems like
that hurts.
That is not the right secondary for that scenario.
No.
Oh, Quentin. Oh no.
Ugh.
Oh well. That's all right. Quentin at 4-1.
Yep.
With 1 game left.
And it looks like...
Yeah, I think they're
that's
just talking about what's happening next.
I'm wondering if Quentin's going to be able to pull any more points. Oh, nope, he's shooting.
Oh, maybe he's trying to get the Bring It Down points.
No, he doesn't.
So I think if Quentin can get like up to like 60 points here by finishing out his Bring It Down, his paint takes it to 70. That's a fine loss.
I'm happy with that loss. I'm happy with that win too.
Yeah, right. So maybe Quentin will still be able to sneak in. I'm guessing that has to be his thought process right now. There's no way he's catching it.
No.
Yeah, I think the secondaries are really what's going to let him down here. I just don't think that he's able to. We were talking about if he gets like a 30 on secondaries, and that is
no.
At this point, he's trying to get a 20.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure he can get that.
I'm not even sure if he's getting that. Yeah.
Quentin, buddy.
It's a brutal Knockman data right there.
You hate to see buddies lose, but
you know what? You like to see buddies win.
I also like to see Tao lose. So
I do like to see Tao lose. That's the thing. See, Chris, you get me.
Yep.
You understand what I want. I want Tao to lose.
Friends don't let friends play Tao.
Maybe there's an R&D coming for Quentin on turn 5. I'm not saying that there will be, but maybe.
Let's see. Yep, he got Bring It Down.
Up to a 10.
Yep.
So up to 61. Paint will. So he got within 11 points.
That's
where like the 4 on Knockman data and the 4 indecisive action.
Yep.
And then the Shine Chuck. That's it.
Yep. So that's
Lost
85, 71
with paint. Yeah.
14 points. Yeah, that's not bad.
14 points is where you look at if you had one turn earlier, Quentin was able to kill Mark's units to deny like the 4 points on behind lines, the 4 points there, and then knock him off a primary, and that's like now it's like a point game.
I think actually having those drones screening him out, like you said, they probably should have just run away.
Try to deny him the points.
Try to deny the stomp on points.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at the same time, those Kellicans are fast.
Deceptively fast.
So they could have just run in and
Am I missing a warp spider?
yeeted something.
There's 9 warp spiders. 9? Wait, why are there 9 warp spiders? Is there a warp spider on the floor? Because Nick said that he hit my box at some point. It would be so sad if Nick lost a warp spider.
Oh, wait, I think I see.
You think you see one? Oh, has he missed all of the painting to this point? Oh, no.
No, he's got most of it.
Okay, that's not bad. He missed the metallics, so
Okay.
I'll have to go back to that. We'll give him the white real quick.
That's not too bad.
Doodle-doo. That was the white right there. Just putting on the holy white speed paint, and I'll do a little white dry brush over the top of the holy white everywhere. Probably will do that at the same time that I do the white on all the tassels that are going to get a speed paint as well. Mm-hmm. And like the tassels and pouches are going to get a white little dry brush before I speed paint over it.
Yep.
Go Mark Wog. Indeed.
Yeah. Looks like they got their post-game interview. Mm-hmm. So that moves Mark to 5-0.
It moves Mark to 5-0. Not a bad score either for Mark. I think he's been scoring pretty well. So if he can get a good scoring round 6, even if he loses, he could totally make top 8. But a win and in, easy as that.
He's in for sure.
And I'm guessing Jack Harpster is 6-0.
Would be my
or 5-0. 5-0.
5-0, yes. Who knows? He's playing Custodes. He might already be at 6.
He's playing Tau.
Oh, he is playing Tau? Well, in that case, he better not be at 6-0.
These filthy Tau players.
See, I was rooting for him.
I know, and then I ruined the magic by saying he was playing Tau. No standards, I'm telling you.
He was on the Custode train. I could at least understand the Custode train. But now...
I like Custodes. I'm just taking a little bit of time to not go to tournaments, work on the hobby, and just relax a little bit.
Yeah.
And wait on that Tyranid Codex. Because when that Tyranid Codex drops, I'm going to hit every single tournament in the world. Like every single one. John with the Tyranids, like ready to go. Well, Major League Nerd says I chose the wrong winner. Major League Nerd, how could you do this to me? How could you do this to me, Major League Nerd? Come on. Trolling me over here.
I've already been okayed for LGT, so...
LGT?
We
were looking at that. We were looking at that ourselves.
We could have an American invasion.
It's tricky though, because I got to balance that with WTC.
True.
Because I'm going to be taking the lady with me to that one.
Well, have her come. Wife's going to LGT, so have her come to London with us, and the two of them can go do girl things. And...
They go do girl things.
I don't know, Chris. Whatever it is they go do.
I don't know. What do you do when you're not playing Warhammer? I have no idea.
I paint.
Exactly. You paint Warhammers. Exactly. Like, what else is there?
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for me for today.
All right. Well,
I unfortunately have to go finish up some commissions for next weekend.
Indeed.
I kind of have to show up to the tournament with the trophies painted. So
you're painting the trophies?
Yep.
Yeah, you got to do that.
And I have 2 display boards to finish up that also have to go up there.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much for hanging out.
Absolutely. Pleasure seeing you guys again. Chat, have a good time. Treat John.
Treat John gentle. I'm trying to finish it out here. Speed paints. All right, we're going to switch right back to that Gravelord Gray. I'm going to do the dreadlocks on the Scorpions real quick. Just try to finish out some more of the details here.
All right. Well, I lost 2 Banshee swords on the way in, so I'm debating if I actually don't put everything back.
Oh, like they broke?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I had to
Do you want like a box?
Yeah, I think I might do that. I've got all those racks I got to steal too.
Oh, okay.
I'll go bother Nick.
Yeah. Need a
I
pro
also need
game.
to grab those warp spiders.
Major League Nerd says, I need a pro gamer tip. How do you earn yourself extra 40k time with your significant other? Major League Nerd, schedule it in advance.
Yes. And marry someone who is extremely forgiving.
Well, that's the thing. It's the only person I'm going to marry.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm at the point where, I can see it being a thing if you pick up Warhammer after you're married, but like for me, they're aware of Warhammer.
Oh, yeah.
Warhammer's been around for 14 years. They know the significance.
I was very lucky that I had started it just before I met the person that became my wife many years later.
Yep.
So she already knew and understood, so there was no like awkward, well, you see, honey, on the weekends there's this thing I do with little toy soldiers, and I'm never going to be home, so...
But I think schedule in advance is the big thing.
Yeah.
I have a shared calendar with my girlfriend.
There you go.
Where I just like a couple months in advance, I just have every event I'm going to. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And if there's a conflict, like, I ended up skipping an event to, go celebrate Hanukkah. Mm-hmm. But she let me know a month in advance because I had put it there 2 months in advance. She's like, hey, this thing. I'm like, you know what?
Yep.
I haven't bought a plane ticket yet. No problem. We got this.
And at a certain point, we all have to understand that our game of little toy soldiers sometimes does not take precedence over real life stuff.
No. Hanukkah with the parents won that one. But you know what? Yeah. Had a pretty good time. I cannot complain.
And you got some good brownie points out of it.
Did get some good brownie
points out of it.
There we go.
All right. I am gone.
Mm-hmm. John, will Warhammer be a part of your vows? Maybe on her end. I'll ask Michaela.
We'll make sure they get in there, one way or the other.
Yeah, we'll sneak it in. I'm sure at the very least it's going to sneak into a toast somewhere.
Oh yeah,
no doubt about that.
If we're at the wedding at all,
you
know it's going to get mentioned at some point.
There's no escaping it, right?
No.
All right. Thank you so much, Chris, for hanging out. You take care. Be safe. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
Enjoy painting your Eldar model.
I will. Hey, I got 1.5 almost done.
1.5? I am
almost done.
Blowing you out of the water here.
I know. I'm proud of myself.
All right. All right. What I'm gonna do, Chad, is I'm gonna finish up the dreadlocks on these scorpions, and then, Chad, I'm gonna put us on a break screen for like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go get a snack, get a drink, and refresh a little bit, and then I'll be right back. I think. These striking scorpions are pretty cool models. I cannot be mad about them. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you to everyone who's hanging out with me and watching, by the way. It's getting nice and quiet in here. So finish up that scorpion. I'm going to go switch us over for a second, and then I will be right back. Thanks to everyone who's hanging out. Don't leave yet. Break screen. All right, everyone, I am back in the saddle again. I think what I'm going to actually do is I'm looking at where I'm at right now. I think I need to go back to the airbrush. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the stream for today, and I'm going to go head on over to my airbrush table, keep working there. But even though I'm done for the day, I am not done for the weekend. I'm going to keep painting tonight. I'm going to be back tomorrow for a paint stream. So if you enjoyed this, if you want to join me, if you want to talk about the new Craft World Eldar, come hang out with me tomorrow. I'll be right back. Otherwise, wait and see. We've got plenty coming up. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I'm going to send you off with a commercial for the War Room. Have a good one.
There's so many rules in 40K, hundreds of events, and constant updates. Skip the learning curve of Warhammer and join the pros. Art of War is led by multiple world champions with decades of success. We teach clinics, stream games, and inspire you to succeed at your favorite hobby. Join our global community of gamers just like you.